Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from.
What's it up, baby? You already know it is the big boss hog, boss dog, K-Pro through the door here to talk this box. It's good with you. It's good with you. It's good with you. Hope all is well with everybody. You know, remember tough times don't last, good people do. Yeah, man. And like I said before, you're going through anything, man, any type of mental problems, talk to somebody. Yeah, you can talk to me, I don't care, you know. It's a lot going on in this world today. And, you know, ain't no need to off yourself, man, or do anything crazy. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just doing a mental health check on y'all. Hope all is well, man. I really do be praying for everybody. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm not a perfect man, but I'm a trying man and I'm a praying man. And that's just who I am. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting here judging nobody, thinking I'll do anything better than anybody, because that's not how a boss operate. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've made mistakes in my life. You know, I've had thoughts in my life, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to do God's work, you know, and be a vessel, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, you're going through anything, man, you need to talk to somebody, boss here, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Let's talk boxing. The Bud Buddies mad, man. They're furious. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of comments on my videos, you know, and they mad about Errol Spence. You know, one dude tried to tell me, you know, my last video, which I clearly said in my video, Errol Spence, this, you know, the statement about his eye, you know, and which I'm going to talk about that too. Where he said, hey, why you think Buddy caught all those jabs and those hooks? I said, that's an excuse. I said that. You know what I mean? It is. You know? But, you know, as far as his eye being injured, you know, I hear people talk about he lying about his eye. That's bull jive. You know what I'm saying? If the man injured, the man injured. That's what it is. Now, him using that, saying that, hey, why you think about the common jabs and hooks? I didn't like that. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I mean? I didn't like that. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence, a grown man, he can say whatever he feels. If that's what he feels, that's what he feels. You know, just like I'm a grown man, I'm entitled to feel how I want to feel. I didn't like that he made that statement. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hold you. I ain't sit here and I'm like, oh, yeah, man, I agree with you. No, man. But as far as him and his eye, you know, he feel like, hey, you know, if that's how he feel, that's how he feel. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said nothing. That's just me. I let whoever think whatever. That's just my opinion. And I would have came back the second fight, ready to go, lock and loaded. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But Errol Spence stood on his 10 and he's standing on that. Like, look, hey, man, this is the only reason why he's down the third. Now, Terrence Crawford got butthurt about it, and, you know, and that's what it is. I ain't see Errol Spence respond to that, you know. I haven't seen him respond to Terrence Crawford's comments, talking about good luck to you and all that. You know what I mean? I don't know. But all I'm saying is at the end of the day, to keep it 8,000. Errol Spence want this fight. That's what it is. I've seen people talking about, oh, Errol don't want the fight. Errol Spence want this fight. He want it. I'm telling you this. Why would he reactivate the rematch clause and then not want the fight? That don't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, he reactivated the rematch clause. Not Terrence Crawford. He did. You know, Terrence Crawford don't really want to fight Errol Spence. He feel like it's no point. You heard what Stephen Stone Cold Nelson said? He said, man, it's no point. We're hoping that Errol Spence, you know, because we're going to offer him the fight at 147, and we just hoping that, you know, he don't take the fight. So, Bud already got the mindset of, I don't really want the fight. You feel me? That's the energy he giving me. It's like he don't want it. He like, man, there's no point. Errol want the fight because Errol want his get back. You know what I mean? Errol like, look, man, I don't care. We got to fight again. You know? We got to. Errol Spence want that Terrence Crawford fight, man. That's just what it is. But see, the Bud Booty Warriors want to get mad, bro. They want to cry in the comment section of videos. And y'all didn't know. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just mad about it. Man, nobody mad about nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you understand Boss is a fan of boxing, not a fan of fighters. And that's what it is. And if you come over here with that energy, body bag and toe tag, that's what it is. We ain't avoiding no conversations, no smoke, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my mentality towards the matter. Everything get addressed. You know? They come and say, oh, you making excuses. Where? Where did I make an excuse at? They can't tell me. Well, we feel like you making excuses. Where did I make the excuse at? If you go watch my video, I clearly said I don't agree with him making comments about his eye. Now, I've heard that he made some comments about his ribs, but I ain't see these tweets on his Twitter, so or whatever it's called, X. So I'm not gonna speak on that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and try to talk about, Errol Spence ribs. You know, if it ain't on there, I didn't see it. And I don't look at Errol Spence as a guy who gonna tweet and then delete something. You know what I mean? So, I've seen a couple YouTube channels where they say Errol Spencer said this and said that, and then I go look and it ain't on there. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Errol Spence don't strike me as a dude that's gonna tweet and delete. That's just not what it is. I don't believe it. I don't believe he gonna do that. I've never seen him do that. You know what I'm saying? But I say this, he want that fight though. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. He want that fight. You know? And I know the buddies ain't gonna like that. They go, oh, well, you talking about he want that fight like he gonna win the fight or something. I didn't say anything about winning or losing. I just said he want that fight. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I told y'all. If I gotta look at Errol's a man of his word. Whatever he say he gonna do, he do it. You know what I mean? The only time he said something and he didn't do it was this last fight against Terrence Crawford. He said, I'm become undisputed. He didn't become undisputed. Terrence Crawford beat him handedly. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's the only time Errol Spence sat there and said like something and it didn't happen. But when Errol Spence sat there and told you, I'm going to get these belts and then I'm going to fight Terrence Crawford undisputed. He said that like 4-5 years ago, right? He got them belts, had obstacles in the way, still did what he said he was going to do. Got the belts, came back to the table, and was like, what's good? What's up, Terrence? First fight didn't happen, right? First time negotiations didn't happen. Second time was the charm, right? And then Errol Spence got dominated. That's just what it is. Now, you got a lot of people, sitting here, which I'm going to do a separate video, talking about how people feel like Terrence Crawford has fought a lot of damaged fighters. And they got asterisks. I'm going to do a separate video about that. I ain't going to say nothing right now. But I'm going to do a separate video about that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Terrence Crawford is currently looked at by some people as pound for pound number one. He's not number one on my list. I say he's number 2. You know what I'm saying? My number one changes every day. I got Nail Nui, and then, then I got Tank. Then, one day it might be Usyk. It just depends. You know what I mean? Because I look at the degree of difficulty, your journey to being that way. And my power, everybody got their own, reasons why a dude should be pound for pound. Me, I look at your journey. I look at what you've accomplished and degree of difficulty of you getting to your accomplishments. Terrence Crawford ain't fought a lot of dangerous fights. He haven't. The only dangerous fight he fought was Errol, and then he made that look easy. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Now, some people may say, oh, it's because Terrence Crawford is that great. He's that great. He's a good fighter. You know what I mean? But like I said before, I look at the degree of difficulty. You know, Errol Spence was number 2 at one point on my list because of degree of difficulty. He was fighting top guys, fights and matchups and styles that, you know, were going to be an issue for him. We got to keep it 1,000. He was fighting those styles. Kell Brook's style is not an easy style. Kell Brook can box. He can switch. He got power. He big. You know what I mean? He's strong. I knew going when Errol fought Kell, I was like, man, I don't know about that. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia, same thing. I felt the same way. I was like, man, I don't know. But Errol persevered. You know what I mean? He figured it out. You know, Kell Brook, he got him out of there. Danny, he punished him. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what we talking about here? You know? You gotta look at the degree of difficulty when it comes to these fighters. And Terence Crawford ain't really taking no risk. He hasn't really taken any risk in his career. This was the first time he really took a risk. Where he was like, okay, where he fought another fighter that you didn't know who was gonna win this fight. And anybody who's sitting there telling you, oh, they knew off the rip is cap. You didn't know. You was like, damn, Terence could win. But I see ways Errol can win. Or if you went with Errol, like I did, Errol can win, but I see ways Terence can win. You see what I'm saying? Like, this was a truly 50-50 fight. You know, based off styles. Styles make fights. You know what I mean? And I was like, Errol Spence's style could be a problem for Terence Crawford. But Terence showed that ain't no problem. A lot of people feel like, oh, because a guy is better, you know, skill-wise or skillfully, that, you know, he'll dominate a guy. And that's not always the case in boxing. It's about execution of game plans. It's about you having IQ and being able to maximize on opportunities. It's guys that are better than guys that they get in there with the wrong style and it's a bad night for them. You get what I mean? That's just what it is. Daniel Jacobs went through that with that I think he was Russian or whatever early in his career. You know what I mean? Like, styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? Andre Ward went through adversity with Kovalev. Granted, he beat Kovalev twice, but stylistically, that was a problem. There also was a problem for Sergey Kovalev as well. You know what I mean? Andre Ward style. Like, bro, we got to keep it 1,000. You feel me? So I just think that, like, when it comes down to the meat of the situation, bro, you're looking at a situation where, you know, my bad, they got this marathon going on down here. You're looking at a situation where the second fight could be different. But I know what's going to make these Bud Buddies sick. And I'm going to say this and I'm gone. You know what I mean? I'm going to say this and I'm going to dip out. You feel me? If Errol Spence gets in the second fight with Terence Crawford and he dominates him and beats him, we're going to see how many Bud Buddies is still around. We're going to see. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I know if, you know, if my aunt had nuts, should be my uncle. You know what I'm saying? I know the saying. But like I said before, if that happens, bro, we're going to see how many Bud Buddies still around. Yeah, let me know what y'all think, boss. Go.